Hello, everyone. I'm Faded Oasis, and wow, my microphone is way late. I need to fix that immediately. There's like a half-second delay. All right, there we go. That's so much better. Oh my god, what the hell? Hi, I'm Faded Oasis. Today is Monday. It's gonna be a nice, chill Monday building stream again, and yeah, I don't have much to say. I had a busy weekend, but we'll get into that later. I'm building the Vespa 125, which is about halfway done. Um, this is the wrong scene. I wanted this scene. There we go. Yeah, about halfway done. Doesn't have any wheels yet. It's missing a lot of the side compartments and the large sections on the front, but it looks like the frame of a bike or a scooter. It's my favorite at the moment chill building streams. Glad you appreciate them. I also very much enjoy them. So let's get into this. I'm gonna mute so I can open bag number 4 of 6. Hey Evo, thanks for claiming that first. You know, you're not actually the first, you're the first to click the button, that makes you first. It said I've been nerding out over the production value of the archipelago. Thank you. I appreciate it. I've been adding little features here and there every once in a while. First to click the button is all that matters, exactly. And it doesn't even matter that if I haven't started talking yet, even during that 5-minute loading time, go ahead and click the button. All right, so a lot of curved pieces. So we're doing a lot of like outer fenders and the shape of the scooter. So this will be good. All right. So I had a very eventful weekend. And by very eventful, I mean one big event, which is why I was not streaming on Saturday. I didn't have a bonus stream. I was doing an archipelago with a bunch of my friends, where we were all playing different games live and chatting with each other. A lot of chatting with each other, and talking about games. And let me tell you, I did not pick an easy game. I picked a game that I'm pretty good at. But I definitely need to tweak some settings before trying to play Crypt of the Necrodancer on an archipelago again. Because there's a lot in that game. I don't remember. I think I've played Crypt on stream before. I've played Rift the Necrodancer on stream. That's not the game I'm talking about. Actually, I'm gonna look up. Have I played Crypt of the Necrodancer on stream? Go to my channel, youtube.com/@FadingOasis. Bookmarking this song for later. This is It's Raining Somewhere Else by Jokabi on the Chilltendo Deluxe album. The Chilltendo Deluxe album is really good. It's on the what's the name of... Now I've gotten distracted. Hold on. It's on Bandcamp for... Why can't I remember their name? What is their name? Game Chops. I don't know why I couldn't remember Game Chops. But yeah, the whole album is great. It's available on Bandcamp, and Game Chops has licenses to allow people to stream it, which is why I use their music. That's fine. I wanted to talk about it anyway. You don't control me. Content. I have not played Crypt of the Necrodancer on stream. Interesting. I might have to do that at some point. Crypt of the Necrodancer is a roguelike music-based dungeon crawler a la Rogue, where it's a lot closer to Rogue than most games that you've heard called roguelikes. The player and the enemies take turns moving, so after the player moves, all of the enemies move. You attack enemies by moving into them. It's very turn-based. On a top-down grid dungeon with a random dungeon layout, and right now I've been describing Rogue. Crypt of the Necrodancer has it where you have to move to the beat of the music that's playing, and if you don't move fast enough, you miss the beat, and the enemies get to still move. So you're incentivized to keep moving as much as possible to the speed of the song, and it can be a little tough, especially when you're just learning how each enemy moves and what their attack patterns are and everything like that. As a archipelago, it's interesting because the game has a lot of different characters that you have to unlock as you play normally. But as the archipelago, those characters are the unlocks that some of the unlocks that other people can send you. And your locations that send items to other players are beating certain zones, beating each zone as that character. So, for example, the character you start with is Cadence. You send your first check when you beat Zone 1, Level 1 as Cadence. And then as you play through Zone 1 levels 2, 3, and 4, and then the boss, you keep unlocking every time you clear one of those levels. And then you unlock Zone 2. And this is all standard for the game itself. The part of the archipelago that was really tough... I'm going to move all the large pieces out of the way here. The part that made the archipelago really tough is a lot of people's important items that they got stuck and used hints to find the items, which is great. That's what the hints are there for. But all of their important items were behind, like, I need to play as a kind of hard character to Zone 5, Level 3. And when I beat that level, I would unlock them. I would like... I'd get whatever item they needed. Which meant I needed to first find the character, someone needed to unlock the character for me, which relatively quickly people were able to do that. But then I needed to play through all 20 something zones or levels to get to... Oh, this was the wrong one. I did have the right ones before. I basically just needed to play through the entire game as a lot of tough characters over and over. But I was able to eventually get there and unlock most of the characters that I needed, or unlock most of the items for other players that I needed to. But, okay. So I've streamed PlateUp before. Everyone knows what PlateUp is. If you don't, it's a co-op cooking / restaurant management sim. It's not really a sim, but restaurant management where one person is the chef, or, you know, you basically just have to cook and then serve food to guests. And that is a roguelite in the sense that there's not much relating it to Rogue other than there are runs that you will eventually fail because the game gets harder and harder until you lose. When people were first talking about playing PlateUp in the archipelago, I was like, great, that sounds fantastic. And it was noted that the game didn't have multiplayer support for the archipelago. You couldn't have multiple people earning checks at the same time. That was apparently incorrect. So when I chose to play Crypt of the Necrodancer, I thought everyone would be playing their own single-player experience, and that the conversations in chat, in our voice chat, would be mostly subdued, talking about how, oh, I found this item for you, great, thanks, could someone find this, hey, where do I need to do, you know, like, helping like that. I didn't realize that people would be shouting their food requirements over voice chat constantly, because the game kind of requires you to do that. And I'm sitting here playing a very music-based roguelike where I have to hit everything to the beat, and eventually I just had to deafen in Discord and say, like, hey, I need to focus in on this stuff, and like, y'all need to run your restaurant, that's absolutely fine, but I can't listen to you while I'm doing it. It's not gonna work. They would be suggesting orders. Yeah, they were, you know, talking about what orders needed to get served, you know, helping each other out, talking about everything you talk about in PlateUp. And I'm just sitting here going like, this is really hard when I can't hear the music. I mean, it's not their fault, of course. They chose their game, I chose my game. I just chose my game under an assumption that turned out to be incorrect. So next time I won't be playing Crypt of the Necrodancer. I did pretty well considering. I was able to eventually clear my game. But the reason why I've been describing Saturday as an event is because we started at around noon my time, and we ended at around 3 a.m. my time. I normally go to bed at around 10 p.m., somewhere between 10 and 11 p.m. So I was now awake for 4 to 5 hours after I would normally go to sleep, and I'm just banging away at this super hard rhythm game while not being very awake. So I slept a lot on Sunday, and then woke up and played a puzzle game for like an hour or so while I ate breakfast, and then slept some more, and eventually decided I needed to cancel stream to continue sleeping. So that's why I didn't stream yesterday. But it was a lot of fun. I would absolutely do it again. Would play a game that wouldn't require me to stay up until 3 a.m. And we actually learned a lot about like what games, of the games we chose, because this was a 9-player archipelago. Of the 9 games we chose, which ones are way too long. No, wait, I have to put a sticker on this now? After everything's assembled? That's odd timing for it, sure. This sticker goes on top here. Okay. So yeah, I was very tired on Sunday. Just absolutely killed me all day. You know what? But yeah, if I do play Crypt of the Necrodancer again, I'm gonna figure out a way to make it so I don't have to play all of the zones to get to Zone 5. I can just go right into Zone 5 with any character. I'm gonna definitely decrease my requirements and remove a lot of the difficult characters from the pool, because a 15-hour archipelago is not what I intended to get into. This is going to be tough because this is a curved surface. What's the best way to do this? I'm gonna put that down. Actually, you know what? There we go. Hi, Heller. Waving mid-stick. You'll blow the air around and make the sticker attach all weird. No, it's fine. Heller, have you recovered from the archipelago? I was just talking about it. No? Great. I'm almost recovered. Heller was playing an easy short game, and it's a shame that a lot of us weren't, so he was just stuck most of the time. Actually homesick right now? Oh. Hope you get better. Hope you didn't actually get sick because of the archipelago. Okay, good. But still, get better soon. Oh, this just attaches like this? We don't have to fill in the rest of the bottom here? Alright. Oh, I guess that's what this tan piece is. It fits into that square, huh? Started noticing it Saturday night and got worse on Sunday. Oh, well, I'm kind of low-key glad that I canceled stream yesterday, huh? Also, I slept like all day Sunday anyway. Okay. Oh, right, I guess there has to be an empty space down here because this is where the wheel goes. Glad you were able to take part. Yeah, me too. It was very fun. I was talking about how I would definitely change what I was doing in Crypt of the Necrodancer to make it not as hard and not take as long. But also, we gotta make sure that we choose games that are equal-ish length, because they definitely weren't. Alright, what is this we're building here? Getting similar number of checks would be a good first step. Yeah. Yeah, because you had like 90, and then we had a player playing Minecraft modded that had like 670 something, I think. Actually, you know what? Oh, that's not... I don't have the link to the multi-world very readily available. But yeah, it was... I don't remember how many I had. It was probably like 200 to 300. But like I only needed to beat 40 zones to win. Felt like I had a lot. No. The game has a lot of checks, but if I limit the number of characters and which characters I can play, I can definitely cut that down a lot. Especially because every character would be 26 checks, because it's 5 zones of 4 levels plus a boss each, plus I guess 25 for most of them, and then characters that have story would have an extra check after zone 4's boss. It was also weird, almost every single one of mine went through Minecraft or Crypt of the Necrodancer. It could be that... So the Minecraft ones, there were just a lot of them because Minecraft has a lot of locations that are all technically available early game. You just need to find the right biome, which is not an easy task. And also you need to know what you're looking for. Yeah, there are some issues with modded Minecraft in Archipelago. But Crypt of the Necrodancer, I think you were noticing more encrypted than Necrodancer because I was stopping you most often, because my checks of yours were so late in my game. Like, I had to get to zone 4 as a character or something. So it wasn't that I had more of your checks. I think it's that it took me too long to get them. Like, unnecessarily long. And if I figure out, I'm pretty sure I know a way to make it so all my zones are unlocked from the start, then if someone has a zone 5 or a check that's in my zone 5, I could just start on zone 5. I don't have to start on zone 1 and make my way all the way there. Hopefully I figure that out and it's not just a with late unlock characters. So I don't get to choose the order that the characters are unlocked. The other people have to find those. So we might still run into that, but that's supposedly what the progression balancing slider was supposed to fix. But and I guess it technically did think it fixed it, because we'll have to look at how many spheres there were. I've talked about this. I don't know that I've talked about this on stream. The way the archipelago unlocks work. Okay, wait, this needs to go here. Okay, so this yellow stopper here just gets hidden. That's not a light. Cool. The way the archipelago unlocks work, the way it makes sure that everything is still possible within the randomizer, is it gives every item and location, the location where you find the item and that item, gets a sphere number based on how many previous items you needed to find in order to get there. So for example, in Pokemon, there's a guy on Route 1 that you talk to that gives you a free potion. That item is always in Sphere 1 because you don't need to do anything to get there. You don't need to unlock any other items to get there. If that man hands you a key item for someone else's game, everything past what you needed that item for is now in Sphere 2. So if that character unlocks the Crypt of the Necrodancer character Bolt, all of Bolt's checks are Sphere 2 checks, because you needed someone else to give you the item. And then if I find a key item as Bolt in Zone 2, for example, that item that I find there would be a Sphere 3 item, and so on and so on. Or it'd be a Sphere 2 item, but anything that you unlock with that Sphere 2 item is a Sphere 3 item, and so on and so on. The progression balancing slider bumped everything down to earlier sphere levels, so we don't need to find as many chains of things in order to unlock everything. But technically, there were a whole lot of items in Minecraft that are Sphere 1, because if you just travel to the right biome 15,000 blocks away and milk a mushroom cow or whatever, or do whatever the achievement is at that location, that's still a Sphere 1 thing, because you could have done that from the start. It just ignores how tough that was to actually do. Some unfortunate RNG, and I think that Minecraft itself is not because it's so open-ended of a game, you can do anything. It has a whole lot that would break the normal logic of an archipelago, where that changes a lot. Yeah, like, how do I explain it? I guess it's because the mod for Minecraft that lets it connect to the archipelago doesn't have anything in it about putting how difficult something is to do into logic. So the archipelago has no idea how hard milking a mushroom cow is. All it knows is you need to be able to make an iron bucket, because that's technically all you need. If I were making the mod, I would also put in logic that you need elytra and the way to make the map of where the mushroom islands are, because it's so utterly insane otherwise. So, I don't know. And I'm picking on Minecraft a lot, but that's just one example. Oh, sticker number 6. I get to put a Vespa logo on this fender. Okay, so here's a problem. I'm putting on logo or sticker 6, which is here. It's very small and it doesn't take up a whole lot of the fender. And there's no guidelines for where to put it, and I know it's not just straight across because it's at some sort of angle. But they haven't told me anything about that, so I guess I just do it by eye and figure out where to put this. This is disappointing. This is something that should have been printed on the piece. So, like, what angle do I put it at? Does it go like this? Does it go like this? Like, I have no context here. And they don't even give me, like, a top-down in the book. Or a shot like this from the book. This is the front of the book here. So I'm just going to try and match that. No context for how far up or down I need to go. I don't know, there. That's probably good. It looks the V might be roughly parallel to the curve of the fender. Maybe? I don't know. The V's got a very giant swoop on the left curve. So this will have to do. Hey, if you have a Vespa and you know where the badge is specifically and have like measurements, let me know that you have more information than the Lego company. Anyway. Yeah, leave a comment. Also, thanks for watching. And you know, it'd be really embarrassing for the Lego companies if, like, that information were already publicly available somewhere. We're rigging the algorithm to appeal to Vespa owners. I mean, I'm mentioning it 40 minutes into likely a 2-hour stream. I don't know that the algorithm is listening to me anymore. If you have a Vespa and the free time to do all that, I'll listen to you say it. There we go. And this gets attached. Piaggio has produced over 150 models of the original Vespa, adapting it to changing needs and fashions. Great. Where's the logo go? The badge. There we go. All right. We've got a front. Looks perfect. Fantastic. Glad to hear it. I have no idea how it's supposed to look, so yes, it looks perfect to me as well. It's just a shame I don't have some sort of official source to tell me what perfect means. You'd think that an instruction book would be a place for that. We're building an engine. I've heard building an engine is tough. I've heard people that rebuild engines in their garage take months doing it. If you've rebuilt an engine, let me know if it's tough or not. Have you ever let Fatal Oasis know something? Get in touch. It's perfect. Alright, we're putting all these discs onto a rod. There we go. We're making a we're making a hard drive circa 1990. Just a whole bunch of discs. Now we need a very fragile arm to get in there and read them all. Alright. So that goes here, and then this goes on the red pegs with the discs facing backward. And that must be why they're offset by half a peg, or half a pip here, because that's where the engine is. I don't know what we're doing here. Oh, is this the cover for the... I don't know. Alright, so we've got a blue 2x4 with holes in it that we're now attaching everything to. Back we get a 4x1, a rounded 2x1, and just a little hip there. And on the front again, we get these cool rounded curved bricks, I guess, because they're a brick tall. I don't know. I don't know I've said this before multiple times. I don't know the official nomenclature of Lego pieces. Okay, so this one with a hook goes here, and then we put a 1x1 on it, and then this one with a claw goes over here. Then we add this weird circle piece that's a 4x4, has a hole in the middle and has 2 pips, but also has this inset. And we put another 10 2x2 in there. Where does this go? It goes under here, I presume. And then also a random ramp on the other side. And then back over here we get another single pip here and a frying pan. There we go. Then another rounded 2x1 with rounded 1x1 tiles, like the half rounded ones. Hey chat, I've got a question. Probably about a month ago, I burned a bag of microwave popcorn. And since then, I've cleaned my microwave several times. And yet, for some reason, every once in a while when I use my microphone, it smells of burnt popcorn. Is there any fixing this situation? So this is a nice printed part. I don't know why this circular part that I could have put the sticker on was printed and not the curved parts. But I can spin the thing. Did I say microphone? I meant microwave, obviously. damn it. Well, I don't know what to say. Alright, so this goes under here. Wait. Oh, this clips into here, but then is that also supposed to? But if I snap that in, I won't have a way of rotating this, and I guess I can do it by hand, but that's not cool. Alright. Alright, that's in now. And it kind of spins, but it's tough to spin. First thought was vinegar? Maybe. So the problem is when I burnt the popcorn, there was a lot of smoke, and it kind of got... I fear the insides of the microwave that I can't get to, the places behind the vents, have like some burnt popcorn smoke adhered to them, and that's where the smell's coming from. But I can't easily replace the microwave because it's the kind that's built into the space above the stove, and those are expensive. Also, because technically it's owned by the apartment complex. So maybe it's just something I'll have to put, like, it doesn't happen often. I've used the microwave before, and it like several times, and it seems fine, but every once in a while it's like, oh no, today is popcorn smell day. I suppose I could just stop using the microwave. I can only think of borderline bad advice. If I burn something else in the microwave that smells worse, then I won't smell the popcorn anymore. Could you heat it up, maybe mix with water to allow it to vaporize? I don't know that I want to vaporize vinegar. I'm pretty sure that sounds like a bad idea. I don't know if that actually is a bad idea, or if I'm just paranoid about... Listen, I don't know exactly what you need to aerosolize to make mustard gas, but I'm not going to try to do random things in my microwave. Please, if you know how to make mustard gas, do not tell me. Regular vinegar is just 5% acetic acid. Yeah, but... Oh wait, there's text here. In 2019, the Electrica, the first all-electric Vespa, was launched. Okay, that's not relevant, thanks though. Alright, now we do the other rear fender cover thing. This one, interestingly, doesn't have a yellow piece here. I'll take an all-electric Vespa. Yeah, I wouldn't mind an all-electric Vespa. I'll have no place to charge it. So hopefully I could, like, bring in... Hopefully it's like a small battery that I can bring in and plug into a charger inside or something. But also, this isn't that Vespa. I just spent 15 minutes building a motor. Or an engine, rather. You used vinegar to neutralize odors before? I'll look into it. I mean, okay, I guess it can't be that bad because I've used it to descale my kettle before. And that's basically just boiling vinegar. Although not pure vinegar, of vinegar water solution, but... Do you think there's a difference between bacterial odors and chemical odors? Bacteria is just chemicals. Everything is chemicals. Literally everything is chemicals. First time comes to shove, you could always pull a Tycho Brahe. I've thought about launching a webcomic, but I don't know that I'm that good at art. Although I guess Tycho was the writer, Gabe was the artist. So maybe. I know. Bacteria produce the things, I guess the toxins that makes it. Sometimes. It depends on which bacteria. Alright, I'm gonna look ahead to see what stickers we're putting on this before I attach it. Because look, we're putting 2 stickers on this. What the heck? Why the heck does this engine need vents? Alright, stickers on 2 curved surfaces. This will go well. Okay, so I'm better off starting down here. Am I centered? Yeah. Alright, that was very good. I don't think the solution to my apartment smells is cut off my nose. I'll look into a vinegar solution. But it's not to spite my face. It's because the apartment smells. Alright, so I've got a question. These stickers are gigantic enough to take up the whole panel so that the printed part ends up in the correct place. Why couldn't they have done that with the front of the frickin'... whatever. Have you tried vinegar? No. I'm not putting vinegar on my Lego Vespa. You can't make me. Alright, let's go back to here, because this is where we actually put this on. This is different than the other one. We are building a thing first. I guess because we've got to fit the engine underneath this cover. So we can't just build a giant substructure to support everything. We have to build just the shell. Oh wait, it wants me to attach this next. The thing I've noticed about this build is the number of times things seem to fall off. That I'm not too concerned with because, like earlier, you just saw this piece easily come off because the entire thing's only being held on by 2 pips currently. But then the very next step was to add this extra piece that will support it and actually sandwich it in so now it can't fall off, but unless I use enough force to remove multiple pieces. But yeah, building like thin shells like this are very fragile if you don't have extra support, so it makes sense. Also, it could just be a dexterity issue. This goes on here, and I know that this being a removable cover is a feature of the Lego build. Let's just line up. There we go. And then it just comes right off because there's only 4 pips connecting it. 6, but that's supposed to be there instead of on the cover. They could have made that better, because that's gonna come off about half the time, because now you've got, it's a 2x1 that's being held on by 2 pips, but it's holding on to here by 2 pips. So actually this should be one of those weird 2x1 tile or 2x1 plates that only has 1 pip on top to make it so there's less total friction with the cover, so it stays on the actual build. That's something I can replace later if I just buy the thing. Alright, that's the end of bag 4. On to bag 5 plus the tires. More dexterity issues. Bonus bag. And bag 5. I'm going to mute so I can open these up. Alright. We'll need these wheels later. What the heck? Alright. Some very... I don't know if these are custom parts or if these were made for like other vehicle builds. Oh, we got some rubber things here for some flexibility. Some very long rods. But some very unique parts. What the heck? There's a 2x2 box, like an empty box. With little tabs on top for a cover, I would assume. I don't know what this is for. Side saddle. I don't think a Vespa has... It has the rear seat. And it has this one. I don't know why you would need a separate box. Whatever. We'll figure things out. That's where you keep your baseball bat? No, you keep your left-handed bass guitar. Come on. This is an FLCL reference. Alright, so we start with this 6x2. We add this curve to the bottom, and then we add the rest of the curves to the bottom. Thanks for spelling that out. It's okay. It's used as a baseball bat, so. Alright. Then we get a 6x1 here. 2x2 here. 2x1 here. You want to take your L with dignity? One by one. And then another tiny gray frying pan. There are a lot of unique parts in here. We've got a weird baton with a connection at the end. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Connector for a ball joint. A lot of thin rods. Another ball joint. What am I looking for? Frying pan. Here it is. There's one. Alright, then I cover these with normal curves on the top. gray 2x4. So now I have this thing that has a stick. I want to put a small pipe on that stick. Great. And then it's telling me to put this thing on its side. And attach this here. Yep. There we go. Now we have our exhaust. Now it's a seesaw. Sorry. I don't want that. I want this. We need 3 spacers. And another one at the same angle. Okay, then we're building this thing twice. We need gray rods. But I've got 2 different sizes. I've got 2 of the longer ones. These are probably 7s. Yeah, these are 7s. You put these connectors on them. And then 1 spacer. And we slide it in. All right. There we go. We have a weird H thing. And even more spacers, and then we put on those rubber the rubber what's-its. And they go outward. Okay, and then those ball joint pieces go here and here. And then these snap into the ball joint holes on the bottom. Now we've got our kickstand. Great. This part says we're building a wheel. We need our 5 long stick here. Oh, but we need one of these half-width stoppers. There we go. And we get another disc. Assemble a wheel. Crunch, crunch. How have I... Come on, come all the way out to the edge. There you go. And just follow that all the way around. Or don't. There you go. Alright, one wheel. And it is symmetrical. Hey, wait a minute. The wheel I have has a white central hub, a gray interior for the tire, and then the black tire. The one they have looks like a more traditional white wall tire. What the heck? There we go. Put another one of these on the other side. Would it be weird to ask you what Lego smells like? Ambiently. I don't really notice a smell from it. So I presume plastic. It's very neutral. Alright, then we build the same thing in reverse. New video games used to have new game smell and freshly printed manuals. Oh, that could be. Okay, this manual has been airing out for like over a week. It does smell like a printed manual though. So. I mean, by airing out, I mean it's been sitting on my desk, not in the box. But yes, it definitely smells like manual. Okay, I'm very disappointed with the text on this screen now, or on this page. It's the first time in LEGO history that we have a two-color wheel with the white outer wall on the black tire. You don't have that, LEGO. You don't. I wonder if this kit was part of a run of misprints. Like they created the piece wrong, and the correct piece is just like readily available. You know what? I'm gonna take a look at this parts section in the back. 6375447. Look it up over here. Let's go to like the actual LEGO site. Can I not order these? Building instructions landing page. That's not. LEGO Pick a Break. That's what I'm looking for. 6375447. They don't have it. I can't buy it anymore. But I'm seeing a whole lot of photos of the correct tire, or the correct wheel, and I don't have it. I have the incorrect one. And all the photos I see online of the kit have the right wheels. What the heck? How? It's not called a misprint, but what's it called when they use the... Is it a misprint? I don't know. I can't. All I'm seeing is like, here's instructions on how to build it, and that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, here we go. Vespa 125 came with inverted wheel colors. Okay, I'm gonna call LEGO customer service, I guess, and have them send me the right part. That sucks. Anyway, let's get the front wheel on. I probably don't have to use a phone. I probably could use like their online chatbot bullshit. Certainly had some unexpected drama to the journey. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting more and more disappointed with LEGO as I build. Specifically this build, honestly. The color matching on the stickers has not been great. The stickers themselves aren't that good. Oh, whoops. I don't know, I might walk down to the LEGO store tomorrow. Drive down to the LEGO store tomorrow. I say walk down like the LEGO store is a block from my house or something. No. I might drive down to the LEGO store tomorrow on my way home from work or something and say like, hey, I got this kit as a gift. I just built it and the pieces are wrong. What's up? Need to pull up an actual Vespa. I've already said I'm not buying a Vespa. Besides, they don't make the 125 anymore, I'm pretty sure. You could rent one for the bit. Hey Glass, how are you? You see this tire here? The wheel? Mom won't let you get a Vespa. Well, Mom lives several states away. This wheel is supposed to be a gray wheel with a white walled tire. Instead, it's a white wheel with a gray walled tire. I found a Reddit post of someone having the same issue, but everything I can see online about the part Says it's supposed to be a gray wheel with a white wall. Also, the color matching on some of the stickers is not great. But, whatever. Where's the piece I'm looking for? Here it is. Email them. I'm gonna go to their customer support thing and it just sucks that I kind of have to do something to resolve it. Because, like, this kit was... I'm pretty sure this kit's been discontinued. I asked for it as a gift because they were going to stop making and selling it. What a crazy issue to have. Yeah, I think they just... I mean, obviously, they used the right part mold, but then they connected the wrong color plastic to each of the nozzles. What's weird is there's no part for what you have. Oh, sure there is. Oh, you mean there's no part number for the specific one I have? Yeah, because this wasn't ever supposed to have been made. That part number I read off before is the part number for the correct one with gray interior and white wall. Yeah, I don't know if they call it a misprint, but like I have one and someone on Reddit had one, which means it's more than just the two, I would assume, because you don't make these tires. You went through a list of all wheels ever made. Why would you do that? That seems like way too much work. What are you doing? I appreciate the work that you're putting in, but what? Come on. That's fair. Do what you want, but please don't look through entire catalogs of parts of Lego pieces just for me. Do it because you want to do it. Come on. There you go. Alright, and then the other L. Long rod. Long rod gets a yellow stopper at one end. And then that goes through here this way. Which seems excessive. Why don't I just put it through this way and then add the stopper? Why does it want me to shove this entire 16 length rod that way? Alright, then what is this that we're building? Okay. They put more side pips on it. There we go. And then this goes oriented like this. Okay. This goes on here like this. Sure. And then we use this as kind of a bracket to hold this in place. There we go. Okay, so I need to put this into here, and we all need... I'm gonna pause the music. We all need to listen to hear what language this click is gonna be in, okay? Because I don't know what language it's in. And the instructions are very clear that it's making... It's making one of these noises. Alright? Everyone listen. What language was that in? It was very French? Okay. It sounded French? Alright. Good to know. It's weird because you'd expect it to be Italian. What with it being a Vespa, but I can understand it. It just occurred to me as I'm putting this on, if they send me replacement parts, they're just going to send me the interior part and not the rubber tire, so I'm going to need to de-tire these wheels. There we go. Free spinning wheel. Alright, and then we shove a 3-length rod in here. How far? I guess as far as it'll go. And then a gray cap to definitely cover the gray piece. There we go. Alright, then on the back here, we need these 2 short rods, and they go, so this is oriented like this. So they go on this side, but not that far in. don't know how far in they're supposed to go. Wait, what am I attaching to this? Oh, they will eventually go that far in. Okay. So I want to put them just barely in at all. Like that. So I can slide something in there and then push these through. Like that. There we go. Now it's locked in. Alright, then we build the other side of this cover, I assume. Very thin frame here. A lot being held on by just a single pip. But I'm sure once everything's attached, that'll be fixed. Wait. Okay, yeah, we set this aside also. And build something else. There we go. Then that attaches to here. Which doesn't fix the issue that this whole piece is just being held on by a single pip. But oh, when we attach it to here, that'll fix that issue. Okay. Do it again, but the other way. And this goes this way. And this one goes this way. And big curve, big. This there, this snaps on here. And then this goes on here. There we go. Great. Alright, then just slide this whole thing in. this way, right through there. And we need to add this to the top. We'll just keep it like that for now. All right, on the front of this piece, we need sticker 10. And this Vespa is apparently going 30, probably kilometers per hour. It doesn't have a unit marked, but it's going 30. Alright, on the bottom of this, go 2x1s. There we go. I'm gonna dump this tray out too. Even though it has a lot of little tiny round pieces. This goes in there, and then this clips to here. There it is. Oh, and then push them all the way down. Okay. Got it. Oh, and then our box. Our box goes here. Our box that we don't know what it is or what it's for. But they have it with the little tabs going this way. And then our ramps go here to cover up the rest of those posts, which is cool. So these kind of are freely moving here, which feels weird. I don't know if that should be happening, but it is. This goes in here. Okay. Next slide. Okay, build 2 of these things. No, wait, build 1 of these things. No, 2 of these things, right, yeah. Alright. Take a blue barrel, put it on a gray pip that has a hole in it. And then put a blue pip without a hole in it on top of that. And then this weird arm thing goes up the baton thing goes up through the piece. And then stick this tiny thing on the front of that. And a brown piece in the bottom. And then that goes all the way through here. Okay. There we go. And then these attach to here. Okay, wait. So if it's like this, these go this way. We don't get a more close-up shot of that. Okay. So what I saw is as I'm pushing this in, I'm going to zoom in here. So the bottom of this blue piece has these cutouts because it's a 2x2 round piece, and when you attach it to any piece with pips, the pips end up here. And as I'm pushing this in, I see that it fits into the ramp up top, and I don't know if that's intentional, but it is definitely what's happening. It's probably intentional, because I guess that locks the angle, because otherwise this is free. This is free to rotate here a little bit, and over here it locks the angle in, kind of. So maybe that is entirely intentional. Do you think it's a bit confusing? Yeah, because that's not... I've never seen a piece interact like that before, but... Alright, then... we take this, and we put... We're putting a clear stud on there. And then we put that in this big disc with a hole in it. And then we put this large dish covering that. Okay, and then this clips on the front here. Pretty good. That attaches to the top here. Oh, come on. There we go. So that's okay. So now we get a good view of. Yeah, that angle is correct. It looks really good. It kind of does. And then bag 6 is all the extra pieces, like for the flower box and everything. I'll build all that stuff, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it on the finished display piece. Because honestly, I kind of like it is right now. I'm going to take a break though. Oh my god, it's 8 o'clock. Time flew. I'm going to take a very quick break. And I'll be back and we'll speed through all of this little stuff. I'll see you in a sec. I'm back. Hi. I'm Faded Oasis and I'm finishing up this Lego Vespa build, which looks like it's complete, but we've got a lot of little accoutrements to add. Or accessories, if you're not into fancy words that don't pronounce all the letters correctly. Yeah. Why does this not work anymore? What's going on? There we go. All right. Wait, what do you mean we're not done? We got more actual parts of the Vespa to build? Okay. Little extra features of the Vespa that I thought we were done with. Okay, we need 4 of these tiny plugs. And we need one of these batons. Another one of these. These are on the handlebar. And then a black stud and a black tile. Those go together. Okay, so we take this goes here, this goes on the end of this. There we go. So this goes here. In the front, no idea why this wasn't in bag 5. There we go. Oh, now we're adding suspension to it, which makes sense. All right, so we need Frying pans. We're building 2 of these, so we need 4 frying pans. And we need 14 of these shiny silver studs, which look like they're worth more than the other studs in a Lego adventure game. Like, these are the ones that you run around collecting, and you're super excited when you find these silver ones. Is that 14? I've lost count. I think that's all of them. Alright, so frying pan. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another frying pan, and then 3 more. There we go. These just go in here. I'm gonna do this so I can see what I'm doing instead of trying to show you. Sorry, but you can kind of see, right? Almost. There we go. Looks pretty good. Why is this? Oh, okay. I see. It's a physics issue. 2 pieces are trying to occupy the same space at the same time. Okay, that works. Alright, what the heck is this? We need one of these. And one of these long gray pieces that I last saw in Rivendell in brown for various tree roots. So we connect this into here. But then we need this rounded piece and this goes here, like so. And this goes under here somewhere. Okay, there's an extra clip there. want this to clip like this. Okay, so there's your, I assume, a lever for push start the motor. And that just hangs out there. All right. All right, I don't know what this is, but we're building a blue thing. I'm just going to separate all the dark blue pieces here. I don't typically separate by only color, but there's a lot of variation here, so also separating by type of piece would probably not be that useful. And then we also have a lot of blue pieces in here. Alright, we start with this and a 2x1. And then 2 cameras. Two more 2x1s. Two more cameras. Then another piece with riser pips. Here it is. So we've got this gap here in the middle. Get the light to reflect there. Now you can see it. One of those, 2 more cameras. Then we put, oh, we need one more sticker. All right. There we go. All right, and that goes oriented this way. All right, then we set that aside and do all of 317 parts 1 through 5. 2 6x2s and 2 L's and a 2x1 with side pips facing backward. And then 2 2x1s with side pips facing outward. Two by two plate on top, and then 2 of these rounded pieces go. And this goes here, which means this is going to have 2 back pips. There you go. But nothing on the front. Alright, similar thing down bottom, but actually the exact same thing, probably. Oh no, it's got a 2x4 brick. So no back pips here. Is this supposed to be like a spare tire thing? Because it's not as big as the wheels. It's almost as big, but I don't know. Alright, we get 2 hooks on the back. Clips in the front here. There we go. Alright, then there's this thing. I don't know what this is. Okay, these go. Oh wait, we gotta add a whole lot more. We got these hooks that come down the bottom. A 1x4 that goes across the top here. And then under that go these. I'm gonna switch to this view so I can be a little... Alright, 2 rounded bumps here. Then 2 of these things. These go up from here. Short little arms with double hooks. go back like that. Oh, and then these come down and clip into them. Okay. Let me flip this over. Put a single 2x1 up top here. Add 2 more of these clips, this time to the gray pieces. And then one of these rods between them. There we go. And then more hooks going up. There we go. And the other one of these as another bar. There we go. This clips right back here. I just have a little shelf to put something. Great. Behold, a shelf. Now we get the little flower box. Or the little tray thing. That was loud, sorry. What is that? That is a 2x1. Okay, that's this thing. Go, and then some tiles on top. That's it for now, okay? I'm gonna take one of these giant white pieces and put them over there. Oh wait, I need some of those. Like immediately. Great, good job, May. There we go. So we've got our small bouquet here. We add a T crossbar to here. Oh, this is so we can clip it into the basket there. Okay, we need one great big pointy thing. Oh, we also need this. This makes more sense. Alright, great big pointy thing. Now we take the crown and add it to the small green connector. And then add the flower inside that. And the flower on the inside has 7 petals, and the crown part on the outside is 5. So nothing's ever going to line up, and I just need to deal with it. all the things now, because this is the harder part. There we go. And these just go on. There we go. Almost dropped that. Just go on the different spines of this thing. How dare you? There we go. Simple bouquet of flowers. And then this clips in here. And that just sits on the... Oh, there's... Okay. There's these two pips right here, and we can lightly attach that there. Thanks to popular culture, the Vespa has been elevated from a simple means of transportation to an Italian-style icon appreciated worldwide. Okay. That bouquet is never staying in that basket. It's clipped in the basket. If I go back here, the black clip in step 342 clips into a small thing in the bottom of the basket. I can take it out. Well, maybe. There we go. In the real world... Oh, in the real world, you're driving this thing at like 10 miles an hour because you're in a big city. And there's traffic everywhere, and it's miserable. And you don't need to worry about the flowers going anywhere. Alright, then a helmet. Alright, we're framing up a 2x2 area with these pieces. Maybe. There we go. Ah, yes, and then we add these. There we go. Okay, so we do that, and we add a second one, and this small clip over here. Then this goes here. Then we turn it upside down. We add another one. Step 5. This arm. That clips here. I put a small connector in here. Okay, then we take this whole thing and so this piece is oriented this way. This goes like this and attaches there. Okay. Then do it again, but the other way? Yeah. This time we're anchoring the bottom here with a 3x1. We didn't do that on the other part. We're also not adding the black connector to this. Oh, because we're about to. Okay, I see. So we anchored the bottom so that this lines up in the back. And we didn't add the black connector because we're attaching it to that right now. There we go. So that makes a chin strap. Alright, then we add the lobes. The rest of these, start with this, add some bottom bumps. Those will be the goggles. That makes this a stable piece. And then we add, it's kind of hard to see the dark brown, especially when I'm looking mostly into my own lights. But it looks like we add these upside down and then add these into that, which makes sense. This attaches to here and here. They just stick out, but that's a helmet. All right, and then this. Just goes on the handlebar like that is what they do. All right. That's not staying on there. The iconic Vespa is on permanent display at the New York Museum of Modern Art. There we go. Here's the parts list, so we can see all the parts that are supposed to be included, including 6375447, the white-walled wheels. Seen here correctly, and here incorrectly. Alright, and you could win. The helmet's not shown in this one. Weird. Okay. Well, I'll probably display the helmet separate, like... I don't know, like that or something. But let's go ahead and... get our good camera shot here. Stuff out of here, and that's gonna do it for the stream. Thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate it. There we go. I can use that for the thumbnail. Coming up on stream, yeah, I need, okay, so step one, I need, I guess I wanted to say I need a P exclamation point sticker for this side here. But what I actually need is all of these pieces again in yellow so I can make it in the correct color and whatever. I'm not sure that it was a Vespa 125 in the anime. It was probably some specific version of Vespa that I don't know because I've never looked that up, but I should rewatch FLCL. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I do appreciate it. Thank you to Glass for getting me this as a Christmas present. I appreciate it. I am gonna contact Lego and get replacement wheels because it's kind of silly that this happened, but coming up on stream, there we go. On Wednesday and Friday, I'll be continuing my 7-game archipelago, where I'm playing a 7-game multi-game randomizer by myself. Currently, we are stuck in most games, except for sweeping up a tiny few things in Yoshi's Island, and then I'm going to start hinting the heck out of the whole thing and trying to figure out what I actually need to do, or what the game thinks I can do. That's super fun. Oh, I guess I didn't... Right, because I called it Archipelago April. I never actually continued it into May. But there's no way that we're finishing the whole thing on Wednesday. So this is going to be Archipelago April / May, probably. On Sunday, it's Sundays with Friends, playing the game, co-op game most likely, and it'll be based on who is available. And on Monday, I'm not building the Lego Vespa 125 because I've done that. I'm probably going to go back to... Yeah, I think the best thing to go back to is the Mega Pokemon motion builds, because I've got 2 more of those. One's a smaller one, and one's a bigger one that I'm more excited about. But we'll see what I feel like building. And I'll update the calendar as soon as I figure that out. That calendar is just a Google calendar. It's linked from my Twitch About Me page, or not, yeah, it is linked from my About Me, but it's also in a panel below my Twitch, the video and all that stuff. It's also linked in the description of this YouTube video if you're watching on YouTube. And if you are, thank you very much. Very excited, yes. That's it. if you want to help me out, do all the free things, like, comment, subscribe, etc., etc. If you know how to post a comment on YouTube, tell me. Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate it. I'll see everyone later. Have a good one.